So now that you're familiar with the kit itself and how you recharge it and things like that, let's get into how to refill these Cartomizers. The Cartomizers are definitely refillable. You can get juices from Vapor Talk that'll come in bottles like this. I just happen to have the Dulcis and the grape soda flavor at the moment. Yeah, you can buy blank Cartomizers there or pre-filled Cartomizers. Let's get started with how you would refill it. The first method I'm going to show you is the easiest method, where you get a condom or a casing that comes with the Cartomizer, and then we'll come back and then I'll show you how to do the top fill method. Alright, let's give it a go. Okay, so maybe you've now finished vaping an entire cart, or you happen to buy extra Cartomizers. The Revolution Cartomizers will come in a nice box like this, but will essentially be the same thing that comes in your starter kit. Only these are blank and not pre-filled. You can tell by seeing there's no marks at the bottom. Here's a pre-filled package. You can see how the pre-filled package has numbers like 24, and then the opening spot, this is labeled with a W, while this over here is completely blank. But let's say you vaped dry Carto and you want to refill. So here's the first method that I'm going to show you how to refill a Cartomizer. Go ahead and just pop one of the empty ones, or grab an empty one. I'm popping a brand new one out of the Revolution package, and slide off the casing. There's going to be two pieces of casing. One has a little nipple that is embedded in it. Some cases, some condoms, as I refer to them as condoms, some of them, this is a separate piece, but in this case, this piece is attached to it. You don't really need this, but I will show a use. I'll show you a use for this if later on in the video. So it's quite easy. All you have to do is refill the condom, one of the condom caps, preferably the one that came from the top part where the mouth hole is, and not the connection part. Just take one of those, and I happen to have Vapor Talk juice. Let's see, I will go with this grape soda. Go ahead and take the top and fill it. Since this is a brand new one, I would go a little more, just about half. Maybe a drop more. Maybe a drop more than half. Go ahead and take this end of the Cartomizer. Remember, the top part stays at the top, and slowly plunge down into the juice. Just plunge down, and you want to do it pretty slow. Let the fibers in there soak up the juice. And once you get to the bottom, you're good to go. As you can see, it's taken up most of the juice there. I will usually take my finger and push down on it a little bit. Try to make sure that I'm not wasting any juice. Make sure the Cartomizer soaks up all of that good juice, that good Vapor Talk juice. And once that's done, your cart is pretty much filled. You can experiment with the level. I usually go about half, which is usually the safest amount of juice to be put in there. You can go more, you can go less. It all depends on on what you want to do. Okay, so now that you know that method, let me show you the other method. Some people prefer the first method, some people prefer this upcoming method. It doesn't really matter. As long as you stick to some of the guidelines, you'll just figure out on your own which way works best for you. So this next method, we will be actually modifying the cart a little bit in order to get the juice inside. I guess it's a little more of an advanced, I wouldn't say advanced, but it's a little harder. It's a little more difficult than the last method I show you. So let's get into it, and let me show you how to do the top fill method. Okay, so here we go. I have an empty Cartomizer right here. It doesn't matter if it was vaped or if it was a pre-fill and now it's empty, or if it's a brand new blank one. I just happen to be using a brand new blank one, so here we go. Obviously, what you're gonna want to do is take off your condoms or the protective caps. Goes the top one, and then the bottom one you can leave in, or you can take it off. But for simplicity's sake, I'm going to leave this bottom one on. So actually, I'll take it off because it doesn't stand up with it on. Okay. So you're gonna come across different Cartomizers. The one I have right now, that is the actual Revolution Cartomizer, has a hard top. It's a little bit of a plastic hard top. It still has a silver connection, which means it's good. It just has a better, it's just a sign. We don't need to get into details on why the silver ones are better than the gold ones, but here we go. The second method is the method I use most often because I don't vape on Cartomizers as is. But I'm going to show you my preference. All you have to do is get like a pair of scissors, maybe needle nose pliers, or needle nose tweezers, something hard. I used to do this with just toothpicks, but the adhesive that are holding these on have been getting stronger and stronger, so I now have a dedicated pair of scissors to it. Just something small enough that'll fit into the mouth hole right here. And all you have to do is you pop that off. It comes off real easily most of the time. There's no damage done to the cap, so you can obviously put the cap back on when you're done. So we'll just set that aside for now. And then there will be a little silicone washer right here, and you can just pull that right out. And all that really does is it helps the juice not go into your mouth. For me, what I do is I throw both of these pieces away. I don't use them anymore, and I replaced it with something like this, like what is called a drip tip. So that, and the drip tip just goes right on there. It does extend the Cartomizer a little bit, but it's made for easy access. You know, you can just pop it off, pop it on, pop it off, and yeah. So once you've got the batting material exposed, all you really have to do is get your bottle of juice. I happen to have Dulcis right here from Vapor Talk, and drip the juice into the batting. I would definitely avoid getting it in the middle part of the batting, because you can see there it's just a hole, and the juice will just go right through. So what you'll want to do is drip juice all around. you know, a couple drops at a time, and just keep going around. And I mean, you can count it out. It depends. You can count out how many drips it takes to, or how many drops it takes to fill up a Cartomizer. But I just do it visually, and by looking at the batting. You see how the batting is still soaking up juice? Every time I put a drop in there, the batting picks up, soaks it right in there. And I will just keep doing this until the batting stops soaking up juice. And once it gets to that point, I'm done filling the Carto. That looks pretty good there. I mean, you could keep going. I'm gonna put a couple more drops in there. It looks like that batting is nice and wet now, and yeah, that's ready to vape. You could give it some time and let it sit there for a little bit, and then keep going, or just be satisfied with this. You can go ahead and pop this top part back on, back in there, and then grab this cap and go ahead and snap that back in place, and you'll have a pre-filled Carto basically. If not, you can just grab what I like to use, the drip tip. All right, so there you have it. That's or you could take it and then you could put your caps back on it and store it, so that you just happen to have pre-filled ready. Oh wow, it's a little wet, but yeah, that's the second method to refilling a Cartomizer. Well, that's it for the videos. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks to Chris at Vapor Talk Store for giving me the opportunity to make this how-to video, the intro video, to the revolution. So there you have it. You should be able to refill your Cartos with either method. Should be very familiar with your e-cig, and yes, thank you for watching. Go to vaportalk.com or the Vapor Talk Store, or vaportalkstore.com, to get any of your vaping stuff needs for like the Revolution e-cig, empty Cartos, juices from 10 mils to 30 mils, all types of flavors and stuff like that. Yeah, thank you so much, and happy vaping, everybody.